let's try this again. So, wait on a few of you guys to get back on here. Apologize for the, mess up. Never fails when it comes to eye and technology. So, I want to thank you guys for sticking around, dealing with, everything. Austin, the tuna trip went absolutely phenomenal. Cannot express how fun that was. That was absolutely fun. Great, unreal fight. I hope that I really hope that I'm able to get back to do that again. That was fun. All right, looks like we are. Looks like we're back up. We're back running. We got some people in. I got stuff to give away, so hopefully there's some that are able to get back on here. If not, hey, that's the way it goes sometimes. So make sure you're letting people know that we are back up and running. Almost done. I was almost done before it happened. Okay. So when we was talking about that there, the last rig, the reason I like this rig in the summertime is because I use a lot of bait in the summertime. Now you guys have seen me use live bait, use cut bait, a lot of different styles of bait. But in the summertime, I really like to use live bait. Okay. And that is the reason this ended up on the #1 spot for the summertime. Okay. Now this is not all the time, but for the summertime, there's reasons that I really like this. Okay. So it's basic. It's just a basic Carolina rig. Once again, we have the sinker slide for the same reasons that we did on the other. Okay. Less friction, less weight, less pull. All they have to do is pull a lighter action rod and not a heavy action rod, not a bunch of weight. Let's go. Let's make sure we're getting back on here. All right, so now we go down to that 100-pound swivel. Once again, you guys check out Tackling Cats. Willie Cahoon, super good guy, great person. Okay, and then we got about the same. So I cut the same amount of leader. So I got about a 20-inch leader, 18 to 20-inch leader, but then I cut it in half between the swivel and the hook. Okay, and what I do is I just tie in a Demon Dragon. Now I got another Versa rattle there for some more noise, and then a 7/0 Diachi D85. Now I know there's a lot of people that ask about the Demon Dragons. I don't care if it's a Demon Dragon or if it's just noise, rattles, period. Work with live bait. Okay. The reason I personally prefer a Demon Dragon and what it brings to the table is the amount of noise and the amount of rattles that are in it. Okay, if you can imagine that fish, if I got a big shad down here and he's flipping around, he's making that noise. It's just added pressure, added annoyance to that fish that's laying there. And what I think about it is if we had kids. If you got a kid and he's laying there with a baby rattle and you're not really feeling it today and he's just sitting there rattling that thing, you want to take it and just sling it across the room. That is why I like it so much. The collar, is just, I like the collar, green and silver and black, but the collar doesn't make, to me, a flip and difference. It's just the noise. The noise to me is the number one thing and the reason I use them so much. Especially with live bait. I use them other ways too, but in the summertime, when that water temperature gets down and I'm using live baits for big flatheads, I love to put these rattles on there. And the more that fish suffers and the more it struggles, the more that you know uh, that flathead wants to come up there and just crush it. Let's see here. PC Smitty asked if they do float. They do. But once again, I do use them for cut bait to float them up. But what I'm talking about here is live bait, summertime, and getting that annoyance, getting that fish to come up and want to come after it to kill it, get it out of its way, to stop it making that noise. That is the main reason I use it. Okay. Let's see here. You can Live Oak 419, and for anybody on here that wants to buy Demon Dragons, Slungercat stuff, or anything I use, if you go to slungercat.fish, that's the website. You can get on there, order everything you need. Now, I'm adding stuff as we go. The Demon Dragons, the apparel, hats, shirts, all that stuff is already on there. I'll be adding hooks, rigs, different things as we go. But you can get on there, slungercat.fish, look it up, and find out everything you need. So, Thomas asks, what's the best hook for Demon Dragon? In my opinion, I use two hooks. I use one hook, two different sizes. Okay, I use a D85, that's a 7/0, and then I also use a 5/0. Okay. Now, like I said before, all this stuff is in the description. If you go down in the description part of the videos, you can get links to those. That's a 5/0. And don't let that little hook right there fool you. You can catch a lot of good fish on it. Okay. All right. So, while we're kind of talking about this stuff, if you have any specific questions, I know there's a lot of controversy around Demon Dragons and if they work, how they work, what they're for, why people use them. One thing I want you guys to understand is I'm an open book. If you guys have a question, I'm gonna give you an honest answer. Before Demon Dragons, ever come about, I used peg floats, worm rattles, tube rattles, Versa rattles, all together to make as much noise as I possibly could. I've been doing it for years, and the reason that I like these is everything was all in one. Super simple for me to tie on and just go on. This is not one thing I will say right here for everybody to see and listen to. This is not something you have to have, nor is it something that is a catch-all, cure-all. But there are, in my opinion, times, places, and conditions that I have had a lot of success with these as help, versus not having them. Okay. And that's right, Jeff. It's all, a lot of it is personal preference. Okay. Tackling Cats ask a good question. Tackling Cats ask, do I ever run a open clicker? So what he means by that for people that may not know is this is a Pin Squall 20. Okay, you put it in the rod holder and that fish comes up and he's pulling it. Okay, me personally, I do not. I feel like that noise and that pressure will feed through that line down to him and could possibly possibly make him let loose of that bait. Now, one thing that I will do is if I see the flatheads are super, super sensitive, very finicky, I will open that bell up, and instead of leaving a clicker on, I will go down there to it and just slowly, just slowly feed out line to him, okay? And wait for him. He will, whenever he comes up there and grabs it, he will back up a little bit, and you're going to feed that line just real slow and real soft, okay? You want him to feel as minimal as possible, and then he's going to stop. And when he stops, he's more than likely going to suck it on, kind of suck the bait on down in his mouth. And when he does that, odds are he's either going to turn and try to go back into where he come from, or he may just sit right there. Either way, that's your chance to get him, is either whenever he turns and tries to go back into that tree or structure, or while he's just sitting there. Okay. Now I will do that sometimes, and that's a good tip for a good question from Willie. Hopefully, in the summertime, you guys want to try that sometime. If you notice those fish are real finicky and they'll come up there and grab it, and pull it down, let it go, grab it, pull it down, let it go. As soon as you see one come up or grab it, just kind of open your bell and just start feeding it lines slowly, and that way it has very, very little resistance. Jerry Dillard, longtime follower, first time on the show. I want to say thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, thank you for following. You kind of come into the end of it. Unfortunately, we had some technical difficulties. There's two parts to this. Go back and watch the first part of it. A lot of good information on that one, and then we're going to end this one here. Okay. So. It's time to give away some demon dragons, okay? For whoever wins the drawing tonight, get a hold of Nate Davis over at Tackle Bandit, and he is going to send you guys over some demon dragons, okay? Now, you guys kind of know how this goes. I write numbers down. I tell you a slot limit. First person that guesses them wins, okay? Let's see if we got any more questions here. All right, so I wrote down two numbers between 1 and 20. The first two people that guess the numbers will win Demon Dragons from Nate Davis. So go ahead and start them up, and we will see who gets them first. All right, so let's see here. Austin Pierce, you guessed number 7. Okay, and so you're the winner of one of them. And Glenn's Catfishing Adventures, you won the second one. That was number 10. Okay, make sure you guys get a hold of Nate over at Tackle Bandit. He will get you guys fixed up. I will send him a message and let him know who won these. As soon as I get off the show here, he'll send them out to you, put them to use, take pictures, let me know if you guys are having success with them. I hope they're successful for you as they are for me. They give me a lot of confidence. I enjoy using them, and I think you guys will as well. So congratulations to Austin and Glenn. I want to thank everybody for watching. Thank everybody for tuning back in. I know we had some trouble, so it's never a dull moment here on Slender Cat Outdoors, and I can't thank you guys enough for supporting us. Got a big announcement coming up shortly. If you guys like to fish, want to fish with me, and possibly want to fish a tournament for free, maybe Mad Jacks here in about a week and a half, you want to definitely keep an eye on Slender Cat Outdoors Facebook page. Huge announcements coming up here within the next hour and a half or so. I'm going to put up a contest to let you guys in. I'll be fishing Mad Jacks. My wife is doing extremely well, a lot better than we thought. So I finally get to go fish a tournament. I'm super excited, but I want to take one of the viewers along with me. So you guys are going to get a chance to fish a tournament with me, Captain Mad Jacks. Make sure you keep an eye on Slender Cat Outdoors Facebook page for more details. Okay? So, once again, thank everybody for watching. You know, give grace and glory to God for giving us another day on this green earth. And thanks for the support. We will catch you guys next week. Make sure you're leaving your questions in the comments so I know what to talk about next week. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the water.